We're going to have to examine benefits. I don't know how many of you get, who have private insurance, get free cab rides as part of your private insurance for your basic care. No? Any hands go up? No, right? Let's just get fairness to the system. I'm all for providing necessary health care to people who are low income. It's an important program, so don't get me wrong. And don't let anybody demagogue it on the other side. It's about fairness and what's right, and making sure it's cost effective. So we're going to basically rebuild Albany from the bottom up. Every program is going to be on the table. Every program. And then we're going to drive down taxes because no great state worth its salt can cut its way to prosperity. The late Jack Kemp used to say, you know, you can't say you love jobs. Everybody says they love jobs, and you hate the job creators. So we're going to begin to drive down the cost of living in New York because we're driving people and jobs and businesses out of the state. It's going to end. So we're going to cut property taxes. I'm going to put a 2.5% property tax cap in place. I'm going to veto every single unfunded mandate that ends up on my desk. We're going to drive down taxes on small businesses. And we're going to reward entrepreneurs that want new startups here in New York. And people say, this can't be done, it can be done. I'm going to challenge people. If you like what you see every week when you open the newspaper, if you like scandal after scandal, if you like Alan Hennessy, and you like David Patterson, and you like Elliot Spitzer, and you like Hiram Montserrat, if you like all that, if you like taxes that are out of control, chasing people and jobs and businesses, destroying our tax base, if you like spending that's out of control, that's destroying the fabric of the state, if you like budgets that are constantly out of balance, you will have a choice on election day. That choice is called Andrew Cuomo. But if you want to change, if you want to turn this state around, if you want to look your grandchildren or your children in the eye and feel good about who you are and what the state is and the promise of the state, if you want somebody that will step up and take on the special interests and drive down taxes, drive down spending, balance budgets, do the right thing for you, even if it means that I'm a one-termer. If you want someone like that who will restore faith in government, you will have a choice on election day as well. It's called Rick Lazio. You make the choice. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, first of all. It takes a brave man to step up there. I'll never run for office. I don't have that kind of courage. A lot of times when I hear all these speeches and I make it a note, you always have to be wary of my red pen, because that means I'm sitting there making notes about what you're saying. You talk about reducing costs in all the costs around the state. It's well known that if you're going to reduce costs, you're going to have to reduce the workforce or the costs in that workforce. You have to take liabilities in the system and assets. How are you going to reduce those costs? We have to deal with the issues of collective bargaining within the pension system and the unions and the state workforce.
Let me say this. First of all, the governor as a manager for the state has certain unilateral authority, some things the governor can do without the legislature acting. There's a lot of things that we need to have the legislature's approval on. One of the things is that we have authority is about the size of the workforce. So as we think about this, we've got to look at the areas that are wasteful and where we can eliminate costs. We can take costs out. I talked before about agencies that I can see abolishing, eliminating, and consolidating. I think we need to reduce significantly the size of the state workforce. I think from a pension standpoint, which is also bankrupting not just the state but local governments, that we've got to drive down the costs and move people into defined contribution or 401k and IRS. I don't know why a single politician or political appointee should be in a publicly subsidized pension when none of the people paying for these things have it. So I'd be for moving people into defined contribution. Every new employee into a defined contribution plan, starting with the middle class. I'd be for strict size of the state workforce. I'd be for eliminating some agencies, and I'll give you some specific examples. I think we need to do this aggressively in the first few months. I think the people need to see results early on to build confidence that we can do more. And I'm going to be back here, folks, asking you to hold your elected officials' feet to the fire. I'm going to be doing this in every part of the state afterwards. This will be a long-term campaign to change the culture. We're going to start defining success, not how much money the program, but the results that we're getting. And we're going to post the results online.
Thank you very much.